you're having with others is creating something.
Sister Genti has witnessed firsthand how, with Daddy's presence in London, the Brahma Kumaris has grown from an apartment in a small terraced house to a purpose-built facility serving the whole of the UK, Europe and beyond.
When I started on this journey, I wanted to see, was it possible for me to change characteristics that were negative and be able to transform myself into the original state of being that I knew was possible. And to my wonder and surprise, I discovered that that's what all this is about, that you can create the highest within yourself and allow that potential to emerge in a very practical way. And if one person can do it, well, so can many, many others also.
The Brahma Kumaris was established in 1937 in pre-partitioned India. It now has a presence in 110 countries through a network of over 4,500 centres and more than 1 million regular students worldwide. Soon after the establishment of the Brahma Kumaris in London and in 40 cities throughout the UK, meditation and retreat places were established throughout Europe. Today, more than 80 years later, it has grown into a worldwide spiritual organisation and the largest of its kind to be led by women. Like the transforming cells of the chrysalis, which group together to form supportive clusters of new butterfly cells, the Brahma Kumaris has a global network of centres where spiritual support encourages innate potential to flourish.
The spiritual organization invites people from all walks of life to come and learn the art of Raj Yoga meditation free of cost. Everyone, regardless of religion, race, social or economic status, is welcome to study the spiritual knowledge and meditation.
Meditation helps the soul to see with positive energy and sharing this positivity with others. Putting those positive qualities into practical actions, and with self-transformation, hope is created that eventually the world will become a positive place to live.
There's a purpose to the Brahma Kumaris being at the United Nations. And the purpose is to reaffirm faith in the dignity and worth of the human being. So the way we do this is that we bring to the table, we integrate into the programs of the United Nations a spiritual trajectory of awareness, attitude, vision, action as a subtle dynamic to transformation.
Over the years, the activities of the Brahma Kumaris have diversified with a number of international events, including projects like Million Minutes of Peace, Global Cooperation for a Better World, Peace in the Park festivals, and programs for young people and emerging leaders, Choose, Change and Become, Spotlight Values, and Om Cafe. The Brahma Kumaris also work in partnership with several other international projects, including Living Values Education, Images and Voices of Hope, and Spirit of Humanity Forum, as well as participating in the international events on climate change.
Wherever the Brahma Kumaris centers exist, they play a significant role in the community. Whether it's supporting people in the aftermath of a disaster, encouraging women to make positive changes to their lives, helping teenagers cope with the huge pressure of modern life, or just supporting individuals generally who wanting to grow and change within themselves. We are there to help. Whenever we can, we are there to serve.
Our lives and the changes we make to them are part of that process of change. Each small step affecting the whole. As the butterfly flaps its wings, the effects can be felt on the other side of the world. What we are witnessing in the world, as with the butterfly, is the splitting open of the old skin and the emergence of a new and transformed story for humanity. Like the emerging butterfly, there comes a time when we too are ready to unfold the wings of our own conscious awakening. Profoundly changed from the place where we began, we step into our full magnificence and splendor. And it's then that on our journey of transformation, we begin to truly fly.
Good evening, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to all of you this evening. I'd like to greet you all with an expression that many of you are quite familiar with, Om Shanti. Om means I am, and Shanti means peace. Is that something you'd like to experience? Yes? Yes? Everyone? I'm absolutely certain that you will tonight. A, because we've got Sister Shivani here, and B, because all of you are here with a real enthusiasm and warmth to be able to experience that. So I'm absolutely certain that we will. So my name is Manda, and I've been with the Brahma Kumaris for the last 38 years. I don't live here in Tenerife, but it's my pleasure to be amongst all of you here tonight to bring you the introduction to this event. And it's special to see so many of you here. And I'm introducing this event here because I'm aware that the power of spirituality is something that we need so profoundly in our lives today. And it's possible for all of us to experience whatever it is that we want in life. And tonight, Sister Shivani will take us on a journey. So I hope that you won't see this evening as just an event of its own, on its own for tonight, but that this begins a journey in which we realize that everything that we think and feel and experience has an impact on the bigger picture. We talk about the state of our world today, and we talk about changing everything outside of ourselves. But the change begins with ourselves. That when we change our thoughts and our feelings, we actually take steps. So we begin to go on a journey where we can change the world. So you heard so much about the Brahma Kumaris in the video, and I know that some of you know so much about the Brahma Kumaris already. And I know that Brahma Kumaris is one of the rare organizations that are run by women, but very interesting features, some other interesting features of the organization is that everything that's offered by the Brahma Kumaris is offered as a free community service. Why? Because spirituality has no price tag attached to it. The moment you attach a price tag to something like that, you limit its value. Because the value of money is different to different people. Those who have a lot perhaps don't value it so much, and those who don't have a lot value it a lot. But the value of something is not monetary. The value of something is what it does to you in your heart, in your mind, and in your life. And therefore, I believe that spirituality is not something that you can attach a price tag to. And yet we also know that everything that we do creates an impact on our lives in an invisible, in a subtle way. And so when we use what we have for the benefit of others, this is how the whole organization is run. It's run by people. I don't like to use the word volunteers because it kind of gives the feeling that it's by people who don't have anything else to do, so they do something. It's not quite like that. All of us who've made a choice, we've made a decision to make our lives spiritual and to consciously and deliberately do something to make a difference in a spiritual way. So that's the basis on which everything is offered here, and that's why it's so precious and valuable. And so whenever we have what we have, we use that in a worthwhile way, in a way that supports others, then actually we ourselves experience the same benefit and value that others experience. So today, none of you are charged anything, but all of you are welcome to support the activities. Not just support, but claim blessings. I see lots of my brothers and sisters here, those who are from Bharat, and you know the value of daan and contributions. Jitna hum dete hain, isse 100 गुना हमको मिलता है. सही बात है ना? So इस हिसाब से हम सब आपको इसी प्रकार से निमंत्रण देते हैं that you come, you take benefit, and also learn to use your mind, your body, your wealth, your time, everything in a worthwhile way. When we use it in a worthwhile way, then guess what? It actually goes with us in our next life. It doesn't go with us like this, but it goes with us when we use it well. Anyway, enjoy the evening. As you go out of the door today, you will also receive blessings and tholi. Tholi, prasad, it's all the food anyway that we prepare is prepared with love, with vibrations of peace and meditation, knowing that when we put good vibrations into the food that we eat, it affects the minds and the hearts of people who receive it. So it's with that awareness of preciousness of our time and our talent and our energy that we offer you prasad. So please receive it with love, and also you will also receive a blessing card. And my own experience is that whenever I receive a blessing card, it's exactly what I need to hear at that time. It's exactly something that raises my own awareness of my own goodness, my own dignity, my own strength. And that is also a very precious gift that we'd like to share with you. So the work of the Brahma Kumaris has been going on here in Tenerife for many years. And I want to introduce two very gorgeous people, two very special sisters of mine, Inma, who's in the north of Tenerife, and Raju, who's here in the south of Tenerife. And they're going to tell you a little bit about the centers and the activities that they do here. I'm going to come back to Tenerife actually in a few days' time, hopefully to see some of you again for the events that they're planning in their places. So sisters, welcome, and please say hello.
Buenas tardes, sean todos muy bienvenidos a este evento. Mi nombre es Inma Inmaculada y tengo el honor de presentarles el centro, la sede de Brahma Kumaris en Santa Cruz. Está en un lugar muy céntrico para quien no lo conozca y en la parte de atrás tienen muchos folletos de publicidad que hemos traído para que conozcan dónde está el teléfono y estaremos encantados de verles por allí. Y le paso el micrófono a Raju.
Om Shanti, welcome to this event. I'm Raju and I'm serving in the center, in the Brahma Kumari Center in the south of Tenerife, in Adehe, it's in Torviscas, and I'm sure many of you know where we are. Those of you who don't know, we are in Pineda, Adehe. And yes, I must say one thing, that the few years that I've spent here, I found Tenerife to be really a magical place. Magical because one thing I've observed is that it really pulls all the spiritual people, spirituality, right to this small little island, and so it's something very special. And so we have managed to get more spirituality today, and so enjoy it, and welcome once again. And now we're going to, I'm going to invite three young Kumaris, Dipali, Nishika, and Prabha, and they're going to do a performance, and I would call it Om, the Om mantra of Om, and they'll demonstrate it in a dance. So enjoy it. Om Shanti.
Good evening, everyone. Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to all the respected elders, distinguished dignitaries, sisters and brothers. To start the act, first of all, I'm going to mention a person who has been here for the last 26 years, rendering services to the community without any sort of, with untiring efforts. And that person whom I'm talking about is our Honorary Consul, Mr. Gop Mehtani. He's present here. It'll be an honor and pleasure if he can say a few words to the community.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Good evening, brothers and sisters. I'm very happy to be here amongst all of you all. And I give my thanks to the organizers to give me this privilege to preside this evening's event. And I would also like to thank the organizers, especially the BK organization, and Sister Shivani, to have made a decision to come to our small island. Not many people in the world know where Tenerife is, but today with her presence here, I'm sure we will get to know where Tenerife really stands. And with that, my utmost thanks to all the organizers and Sister Shivani. And today, I'm sure she will go back home with memories and we'll go back with a little change in our way of thinking. Thank you. Good evening.
Unfortunately, we had invited the alcalde, the mayor of Arona, who has been dedicating his life from the last 5 years, surrendering services to our community. And thanks to him, we could get this hall also in Arona. But unfortunately, due to some family matters, he's not able to come today. But his thoughts and are with us. Today, I have the honor to present an internationally spiritual speaker with her 2.5 million followers on the social network, 110 million reproductions of videos, and a multitude of recognitions, among which the Nari Shakti Award given by the Honorary President of India, His Excellency Shri Ramnath Govind. Today, we are not going to talk about other things, but I'm going to emphasize only on her main point, and that is the world. How this world is moving around in these days. That's the reason why many of the political leaders recently, there was a G20 meeting and there was a gathering where they meet to find solutions that concern all of us. That's fine. There are other organizations that meet around the world to face the problems of air pollution. That is also very good. But the main thing is not only that. The world cannot transform by just signing an agreement or by changing some standard methods. The world will change that change can come only when we change ourselves within. The world changes only when we change. So tonight, we have this theme, claves para crear armonía en la vida. Create harmony in my life. So these keys we are going to take with us tonight. For that, we have a very special person tonight who is going to take us from this chaotic, depressive, irritated world into a world of peace and harmony, truth and happiness. So now I'm going to welcome this very special person. Please welcome Sister BK Shivani. In 1948, a young boy, Indian boy, came here at the age of 14. That was the first Indian to come to Tenerife. He started his business. He started dedicating services to everyone. He started giving tuitions to many people. He started giving lectures, spiritual lectures to small children, big children, rendered service, untiring efforts he has done. And today, that person has given 70 years of service to the community, and he's still giving. We are going to have a great honor and pleasure to ask Dada Kishu Daswani to come on stage and greet Sister Shivani. Yeah, follow up tomorrow, you will say it. So enjoy the evening with Sister Shivani. Your mic is there.
Om Shanti and good evening. Since the time we started traveling around Europe, we specifically got to hear a lot about this very little island, but very special. And Sister Raju, she shared with us that when we sent out the invite, within the first 2 hours, our hall of 800 was booked. So I said, this has to be some very special place, because even in India, it doesn't happen within 2 hours. So which place is this? I have not heard of this place. And then she said, so then we looked for a bigger venue, and we got a very beautiful place. And again, when we made the announcement, within 3 hours, we were very full. I said, then this is a very, very, very special place. So congratulations for being the very, very special souls that you are. Very special. Truly, in a time where everyone is focused only on what to earn and to achieve, each one of you has taken out this time to work on yourself. And that's why we are here. Just the other day, somebody asked me that when everyone knows that in order to sort out everything in their life, they have to work on themselves, then why is it that people are not doing it? Very important question, isn't it? When we know the cause, when we know the solution, then why is it that we are not working on this solution? And so he said there has to be a reason that in spite of understanding, we are not ready to do it. So what's the reason? So I didn't know the reason. I said, reason, you have to ask those people who are not doing it, that what's the reason? That in spite of knowing it, you're not doing it. But the reason always comes down to priority in life. What is your priority in life? Like when someone prioritizes physical health, then come what may, rain, storm, whatever, wedding in the family, it doesn't mind, their 1 hour in the morning is fixed. Right or wrong? Right? And everyone will tell them, Aaj to rehne do na, let it be today, today is this. They'll say, no, this is fixed in my life. Because they have prioritized it. And after prioritizing it, they have seen the benefit. And once someone sees the benefit, then nothing is going to take them back from it. So similarly, when we make working on our mind, the spiritual health, our priority, then come what may, we will always fit it in our schedule. And after some time, it's not about fitting it into our schedule, it's about that being the main thing and my rest of the schedule revolves around it. That this is my fixed thing and everything else will fall into place. But it all needs to begin with that one thought that I'm ready to work on myself. So the fact that you were able to register in such a short notice and we are here together in such big numbers, it's a proof that we are ready to work on ourselves. Are you ready to work on yourself? Sure. It's not going to be a 2-hour program. It's not going to be a 2-hour program. It's going to be... You just saw the movie, right? We just saw the movie. The caterpillar is going to turn into the butterfly. And when the caterpillar is going through that process of metamorphosis, there's a lot of struggle and sometimes a feeling of hopelessness. Why is my life like this? Why, in spite of working so hard, things are not working out right? Why is it that always these things keep happening to me? Why is it that people always treat me this way? So there seems to be, life seems to be not very beautiful. But that not very beautiful life is that caterpillar. So caterpillar doesn't appear very beautiful. And then there comes a moment in the caterpillar's life when it's about to give up. And it accepts there's this struggle and this unpleasantness has become a part of my life. But just at that moment, the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. The shift of the caterpillar to the butterfly is one on an individual level, that we will change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. But the beauty of it is that when we will change from a caterpillar to a butterfly, the world will change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. So it's not just a personal metamorphosis, it's going to be a global metamorphosis. And today the world has a list of issues. What's the solution for this? There's a long list of issues. And a lot of people whom we hold responsible for, they have to do this, they need to do this, they need to do this. So the world is going through its metamorphosis. And the spiritual wisdom helps us to understand this, that the world is very soon going to change into a butterfly. But for the world to change into a butterfly, who's going to contribute to that? Who's going to contribute to shifting the world from the caterpillar to the butterfly? Who's going to contribute? Who's going to be responsible for that shift, for the world to be a beautiful world? Who's going to create that? It's going to start with? Bataiye ek bar, it's going to start with? Now we'll change that word. We won't say it's going to start with us. Because us could mean then tomorrow morning you're going to say, sabne to bola hi tha, as to wahi jayega kaam fir. So we're not going to say us, we're not going to say we, we're going to say it's going to begin with me. And so who's responsible? I. Personal responsibility. No blame game, personal responsibility. So one, we see the shift we want to create. We want to create, we see that shift that we want to create. And second, we take the responsibility to create that shift. And when we take the responsibility to create that shift, the first person who benefits is me, but my benefit does not remain mine. That's something which is very, very important. That I am not I. I am a part of the world. And my mind impacts the vibrations of the world. So let's take a moment of silence and ask yourself, what kind of a world do you want to see? And then bring it to yourself, which means see the world and then bring it to yourself, that what am I ready to do to create this world? Right to look at the world? Yes? Take a moment, sit back, and just pop one question on the screen of your mind. Don't think of what the world is saying. Ask yourself, what kind of a world do I want to see? कैसी दुनिया चाहिए? Find 3 things that you want to see in the world. This is the world I want. And look at that world. Don't just think about that world. Look at that world. How will it look? Visualize. Be very, very specific. Don't be generalized. Very, very specific. What kind of a world do I want to create? Three shifts in the world. And now bring that shift to yourself. And what shift can I create in myself to create that shift in the world? Om Shanti. What kind of a world do we want to see? Anybody? What do we want to see in the world? Peace, love, and happiness. Harmony. Very good. How many want peace in the world? Beautiful. Brother said love. Anyone else wants love in the world? Yes. How sweet. He raised both his hands. So now you see who's going to take the maximum responsibility of creating this world. Yes. That's what it should be. Happiness. How many of us want a happy world? Yeah. What do you want? Harmony. If there's peace, love, and happiness, harmony will automatically happen. Anything else we want to see in the world? Hanji? Little loudly? Healthy life. Okay. No suffering. So if there's peace, love, and happiness, then no suffering. If there's peace, love, happiness, then no disease. If there's peace, love, happiness here, what radiates to the body is, it radiates to every cell of the body. Peace, love, happiness to every cell of the body, health. Anything else we want to create? Hanji? Divinity. Oh. Unity. If there is peace, love, happiness, if there's peace, love, happiness, and then there will be harmony, and if there's harmony, then unity. Hold on. Always, when we look at what we want, we need to go deeper and deeper and deeper and say, which is the core value I want, which will get all these values. So to get unity, I need to be peaceful, so I'll be able to adjust with people, adapt with people, accept people, and then I can unite with people. Now to create peace, love, and happiness in the world, we know where to begin. So where are we beginning now? One is, if the world is peaceful, loveful, and happy, then I will be peaceful, loveful, and happy. That's one way of living. Second is, if I am peaceful, loveful, and happy, then I will create a world which is peaceful, loveful, and happy. Which one is going to work? If the world is happy, then I will be happy. Or if I am happy, then the world will be beautiful. If I am happy, then the world will be beautiful. Wouldn't the other one be easier? Let the world become perfect, I will be happy. Why? Why? We can't change anybody. Achha. You know, when we enter into halls like this, our answers change automatically. We know what we're supposed to answer here. You know why? The truth is because each soul is innately very knowledgeful. Wisdom is the quality of every soul. And that's why each one of us knows the truth. Each one of us knows what is right. Each one of us knows where the solution lies. And yet, for some reason, when we go out, we're thinking different. So, you agree you're not going to wait for the world to become perfect? Sure? And world does not mean the planet. World means my world now. My world. Let's take some equations. If I'm healthy, then I will be happy? Or if I'm happy, then I will be healthy? It can be the other way around also. If I'm healthy, then I'm happy. No? Because when you go out, then many of us are going to say, if my health is fine, then I will be happy. But with all these aches and pains in the body, how can I be happy? So the equation goes the other way around. And so though I wait for the body to be healthy so that I can be happy. So if I'm healthy, then I will be happy, or if I'm happy, then I will be healthy. If I'm happy, then I will be healthy. And if I'm not healthy, then what is the reason? Then I'm not happy. If I have beautiful relationships and people are nice to me, then I will be happy. Or if I am happy, then I will have beautiful relationships and people will be nice to me. So finally, at the end of the day, people say, ये क्या बात है, घुमा फिरा के हम वापस किसके पास आ जाते हैं? अपने पास ही आ जाते हैं. The responsibility comes back to me. But that's the truth. That's the truth. And when we realize that, then creating a beautiful world becomes very, very simple. And if we don't go to the right equation, then try however hard. Try however hard, we will not be able to create a beautiful world because we are not going to the seed. One is the seed of life and the rest is the tree of life. Now just come to yourself, forget the planet, just come to your world. Your mind, that means the soul, your mind, the creator of every thought and feeling is the seed of your life. From this seed gets created the tree of your life. What is there in the tree of our life? What's there in the tree of our life? Our work, our relationships, our family responsibilities, our social work, our other professional, everything is in the tree of our life. But who is doing all this, who is nourishing this tree is the seed. Who is doing all my work? My mind. Who's creating the health of the body? My mind. Who's creating my relationships? My mind. Who's going and doing social work? My mind. So who's the seed? Here. What's the tree? The rest of my life. Now, throughout the day, instead of watering the seed, we are going and washing every tree and every fruit of the tree. इसको भी खुश करो, इसको भी खुश करो, इसको भी खुश करो, इसको भी खुश करो. Make this one happy, make this perfect, make this clean, make this neat, make this beautiful. And by the time we wash this side of the tree and we come to this side, now again this side is not happy. So people say, if I take care of my work, then my family has a problem. If I spend time with my family, then my work has a problem. How am I supposed to manage my work and my life? Because we're trying to manage the tree. And then if I take care of both, then my health gets affected because I'm not taking care of my health. So somewhere something is missing because I don't have time for everything. Because in one day, it's impossible to take care of the entire tree. But that happened because we were trying to take care of the tree. Just one day go to the garden and try to take care of the tree. What will happen? More time, more effort, and less result. And how much time does it take to water the seed? How much time does it take to water the seed? Water the seed will take care of the tree. But if I don't water the seed and I keep working hard on the tree, then I work hard, I work tirelessly, I work day and night, and yet at the end of the day, the fruit of my tree seems to be. So I have everything, but yet I'm not happy, yet I'm not contented, yet there's not harmony in my relationships because I was working hard on the tree. We don't need to work so hard in life. Life is not meant to be a struggle. आजकल किसी से पूछो क्या हाल चाल है तो क्या आंसर मिलता है? How are you? पहली बात तो सबको मिलते हैं तो हाय हाय करते रहते हैं, हाय 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 करते हैं. Spirituality says कभी भी हाय हाय नहीं करना चाहिए किसी को. Any word repeated will become a reality of life. So because we cut short our greeting and we kept on saying सुबह से रात तक हाय 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 हाय, लाइफ ही हाय 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 बन गई फिर. तो आज से हाय हाय नहीं बोलना बिल्कुल भी. परमात्मा कहते हैं वाह वाह बोलना चाहिए. वाह मेरी जीवन, वाह मेरा भाग्य, वाह लोग, वाह रिलेशनशिप्स, वाह वाह बोलना चाहिए. What is the quality of my seed is what is going to create the quality of my tree. And if anyone is going to say, I don't have time to water the seed, because I'm too busy, you ask someone, why you don't have time to water the seed? Because I'm too busy taking care of the tree. Then we need to ask ourselves, how intelligent is that? And then in spite of doing all that, we have so many issues today to address in the tree. Because if the seed was not healthy, the tree cannot be healthy. The fruits are there, but they are not tasty. We have everything in life today, everything. And yet, there was a time in life where the tree was simpler, but the seed was healthy. Right? Homes were small. Homes were small, but families seemed happier. Which does not mean that big homes is not families happier. It's just that when we worked so hard to achieve outside, we forgot to take care of the seed. And spirituality means water the seed. And if we water the seed, we will work throughout the day, we will take care of all our responsibilities, but it will happen in a very, very natural and effortless way. It will not be a struggle. कोई पूछे क्या हाल चाल है तो ये नहीं बोलना चल रहा है, बीत गई एक और दिन. Life is not supposed to be हाँ चल रहा है. Life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be. परमात्मा कहते हैं कोई पूछे क्या हाल चाल है तो बोलो खुशहाल है, फरिश्तों जैसी चाल है. है ना सुंदर? बोलो आप एक बार, क्या हाल चाल है? खुशहाल है और फरिश्तों जैसी चाल. बोल के चेहरे खिल गए. अभी आप बोलो हाय हाय तो देखो चेहरा कैसा हो जाएगा. That's why every word is important. Every word is important, which means every thought is important. If I create a low vibration thought, then I create a low vibration word, then I manifest a low vibration life. If I create the highest vibration thought, then I bring it out into the highest vibration word, then I manifest a high vibration life. It's all about what I create. So when we talk about the word harmony in life, so where do I need that harmony to be? Where do I need harmony to be? So I want harmony in the tree. So where do I need the harmony to be? Harmony means energy is flowing smoothly. Conflict means we get entangled. Harmony means there is smoothness. Where do I need that harmony to be? Not in the tree. We need that harmony to be in the seed, here. If there's harmony here, there's silence here, there's cleanliness here, there's purity here, the body, the relationship, the world, everything will be beautiful. Our every thought impacts 4 parts of our life. Just check this and you'll never create a wrong thought. Our every thought, and we create thousands of thoughts in a day, our every thought first influences how I feel. As will be my thought, so will be my feeling. Sometimes we say, I'm feeling very low today. You will not be able to change the feeling. You will have to rewind and check, what have I been thinking? And I will need to change my thought, only then my feeling will change, because the feeling is the second stage. I cannot shift from a low feeling to a high feeling unless I change my thought. ये अलग बात है कि I can eat something and drink something and think that I can shift from a low feeling to a high feeling. But actually when I consume anything like this, I'm shifting from a low feeling to a lower feeling. Nothing else. Because I've consumed something of a lower vibration. Even if it's a momentary distraction, I have consumed a lower vibration. It cannot shift me to a higher vibration. Everything is energy. So my every thought influences how I feel. Second, my every thought radiates to every cell of my body. So my every thought creates my body. So my health is a manifestation of my thinking. Third, my every thought reaches to people about who I am thinking. This is something we're not taking care of. We are taking care of how we talk to people. We are taking care of how we behave with people. We're not taking care of how we think about people. Energy does not stay blocked here. So if I just create a thought for her right now, it's going to go there. So your thought reaches the other person faster than your message reaches them on the phone. So be careful what you think. Be careful what you think about people. And if you want harmony in your relationship with them, don't need to do anything about changing them. You only need to change how you are thinking about them. So my third level is my thoughts create my relationships. And fourth, my thoughts radiate into the world. The world can be your house, the world can be your office, the world can be your city, the world can be your country. Just go from one city to another, the vibration is different. Do you feel that? Do you feel the vibration of your city is different from some other cities? Yes? How many feel that? And what's the vibration of your city? It's different, but what different? What's the vibration of your city? What's the vibration of your city? Because when you come to another city, people will say, so how do you like our city? But liking the city is not about what the city has created in the outer world. The city is about the vibration of that city. It's like a house. You go to someone's house, it's perfect in what it is. But sometimes the vibration of the house is very heavy. How many can make out vibration of houses? Can make out, no? You enter into somebody's house, there's a lot of calm and tranquility. Enter into someone's house, there is a very heavy feeling. Who creates that vibration of the house? Who's creating the vibration of the house? The people's minds living in that house. So whether it's that house, whether it's the city, whether it's the country, whether it's the world, we are just expanding that effect to a bigger level, but it's getting created by how we think. So our thoughts are not about us. Our thoughts are about what the world has become. And so if we want to change anything in the world, it cannot be changed in the world. And the reason why the world is struggling to create a result is because they're trying to create that result in the world. You cannot create the result in the world. It's as good as wanting to change the vibrations of the house. How will you change the vibrations of the house? If somebody walks into your house and says, the vibrations of your house are very heavy, there's a lot of pain and it's not very comfortable in your house, please change the vibrations of your house. What will you have to do? How will you change? The air freshener is not going to do that. You know, when someone's going to come to our house, we go, that air freshener is here. And that's what brother said in the beginning, that even if we want to purify the air, it will first need to begin with us. So I want for myself a peaceful mind, a healthy body, beautiful relationships, a happy home, a very comfortable workplace, a beautiful city, and a very, 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 very beautiful world. It's very simple. It's very simple. I only need to create every thought the right thought. Simple? 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 And so we'll do it from today? I can finish here then. It's actually done. We really don't need to do anything after that. It's that simple. But for that, what do we need to do is, throughout the day, be aware that I am creating this thought. Today we shifted from a conscious way of living, understanding that I am creating this thought. We shifted to a way of living which said, I'm feeling like this because of them. And we blamed people for how we were feeling and thinking. And so whenever you find yourself a little low, you have someone to put the finger on, or something to put the finger on. And we say, I'm feeling like this because of them. Which means we are going the other way around and we are saying the world is not nice and so I'm not thinking right. And the more I'm going to do that, I will not think right. And the more I don't think right, the more the world will not be right. And this Kali Yuga got stronger and stronger and stronger. So the first thing we need to finish, if we want to create an energy of harmony, the first thing, finish forever. Never, ever blame anyone or anything for what we are feeling. Never, ever blame anyone or anything for what you are feeling here. Ready? Can you think of anyone that you have been blaming for how you're feeling? And if you found the name, raise your hand. They could be sitting on the next chair for all you know. I was like, how am I going to raise my hand? They're sitting right here. And remember, if you think of them, they can catch your vibration. So it's not about what you speak and do. Whatever's on your mind is going to be there. Every time people were not our way, or situation was not our way, or sometimes we started saying life is not my way, which means nothing is going my way. Every time something was not my way, I allowed my thinking also to not be my way. So the outside was not my way, and then the inside was also not my way. But when the inside is not my way, the inside impacts the outside. So that is the power we will need to remember always. If the outside is not my way, I have the power to change the outside. By only taking care of? By only taking care of? For example, suppose I live with this sister and she's not behaving right with me. She's my family member. She's not behaving right with me. So my outside is not my way. But once I start creating a thought, why is she always like this with me? How to live with this person? God knows what karma I did in my life to write her in my destiny. And we start, and then when we start creating thoughts, there are thousands of them. Now, the outside is not my way, but once I start creating these thoughts, my every thought is radiating to her, so her behavior is going to get? Her behavior is going to get? Sure? Certain? Her behavior will get worse than what it is now? What's the logic? It should remain what it is, right? But it won't remain. Nothing will remain where it is. Nothing will remain where it is if I'm thinking about it. Even these flowers, they are real. Even these, I checked, I thought it was little plastic. Even the plastic gets affected, but real flowers get affected very fast. Even these flowers cannot remain where they are if I start thinking about them. How many have experienced in their garden that the way they think and they talk to their plants, the plants change? Yes? Experienced? See, we all have our experiences, but we see them as chota experiences. We don't see the power of the mind that everything is influenced by my thoughts. So even these flowers, if I continue to create pure and powerful thoughts for them, they're going to stay fresh much longer. Now I just choose one option and I say, matlab yellow flower. Yellow flower kaun leke aata hai? I don't like yellow flower. If they had to buy flowers, at least they should have bought something prettier. How could they buy yellow flower? Yellow bhi koi color hai. When I'm creating these thoughts, you know what I think? It's only my thoughts. But what I do not realize is my every thought is now affecting this flower. And in my mind and in my feelings, I have started rejecting this flower. And this flower is going to get impacted by my negative thoughts about it. And then what happens when I keep creating those negative thoughts, the yellow flower starts becoming a little, it starts shriveling up, it gets a little dull. When it gets a little dull, my negative thinking increases about this. Batao, itna mehenga liya aur agle din hi basa ho gaya. So I start complaining about the flower that it hasn't even lasted for 4 days. It's getting finished even the second day. So I do not understand that it's my thoughts which affected the flower, but again I focused only on the outer world and I said, today it's worse than yesterday. So when today it's worse than yesterday, my thoughts today became worse than yesterday. And when my thoughts today became worse than yesterday, then tomorrow this became worse than today. And tomorrow when it became worse than today, then tomorrow my thoughts became worse than today, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And we changed the world from Satyug to Kalyug only with this formula. But now if I start loving these flowers, and if I start saying nice things about these flowers, and if I start radiating pure feelings and blessings to these flowers will start looking prettier than what they are right now. That's the power of the human consciousness. So now, flowers to theek hai, but now let's come back to her who I have to live with every day. So she's not behaving right with me. And when I start getting upset and disturbed and irritated with her every behavior, then the conflict is not between us. The conflict is in my mind about her. So harmony and conflict is not what happens between two people or two things. Conflict and harmony is what we create inside about something. So that about something could be the flower, about something could be the person. I could be perfect in my words and behavior, but I'm not thinking right about her. And when I'm not thinking right about her, I believe it's natural to not think right because she's not behaving right. How can I think right about somebody who's not behaving right? Because I thought my thoughts are dependent on their behavior. And so as was their behavior, so was my thinking. But the equation will be, as is my thinking, so will her behavior be. So now what to do? Now what to do? You've chosen that one person. I've chosen mine here. What to do? Now what to do? Now what to do? Now what to do? Change my thought about her. Please help me to change my thought about her. Because I just can't see anything nice in her. Because she's not done anything nice to me. She makes it a point to trouble me every single day. She does it purposely to trouble me. She knows how to irritate me every day. I find nothing nice. Now what to think? Don't give me theory, be positive about her. Help me to create the thought about her, because I just am not able to do it. Now, what should I think about her? She's a very nice person. मुझे कुछ भी nice नहीं दिख रहा. She's a very nice person. हाँ जी. It's my last birth's karma, that's why she's behaving not nicely with me. Then I start cursing myself and my last karma also. And that gives an understanding that it is my past birth karmas. But what to do now? What to do now? Please remember, my thought influences the flower. If I look at the flower and think, the flower gets worse. If I think what I want the flower to be, the flower will start becoming the way I want it to be. What should I think about her? Maybe she has a reason for that. She has a reason for not being nice to me. That's not going to create a solution. I want her behavior to get better with me. I want to shift my relationship from a conflict to harmony. Because if you notice, Check any relationship in which there is a conflict. It doesn't stay where it is. A conflict can never stay where it is. It can either get or it can get better depending on how we are thinking about the other person. So it can't remain where it is. रिश्तों में गांठ जहां है वहां रह नहीं सकती. या तो गांठ खुल सकती है या तो गांठ, which means the conflict can either get worse or the conflict can get resolved, all depending on how I'm thinking about her. I have the power. I should channelize my thoughts. So give me a simple thought that I should create for her. Use the first 3 words we want to create in the world. Peace, love, happiness. Now what thought should I create for her? Love. So what's the thought? Love her. Her. No, I am not able to love her right now. I need to create a thought. Think about them. Just look at them. Think about them. Nothing is right now. Nothing. Nothing is right. If someone's going to tell me love this person, I'm not even going to like the person who tells me to love this person. And I'm going to tell them, why don't you go and tell her something about it? Why are you here to tell me what I have to do? And we reject people who tell us all these things at that time. And we love the people who come and sympathize with us and we say, oh, I understand you are having to live with such a difficult person. And we call them our friends. Thank you so much for understanding what I have to go through. So we like those people. Now, just think, this is the person not behaving right with me. I've tried, they're still not behaving right with me. Don't know what problem they have with me. I cannot resolve the problem. I've tried talking before, it didn't work. Now, there they are. Think of the good times we spent together. I'll start crying today if I start thinking of the good times. I have to change my present. I can't go and live into the past. How many of us can think of the past and start crying about it then? Because then we're again going into a negative thought which says, wo din kitne achhe the. The past was so beautiful, which means my present is not beautiful. Then that's not a nice thought. Because I'm not in harmony only with people. I'm also in a relationship with time. Our relationships are with a lot of things. We also share a relationship with time. So if every time I say the past was very beautiful, I am rejecting my present. Never ever reject time. Never ever reject time. Never ever criticize or complain about time. Because if I disrespect time, time then disrespects me. Because I'm in a relationship with time also. So never say to the present, the past was very beautiful. Never say to the present, the future will be very nice. Treat time like another entity. It's like telling your present, one person, that the other person was beautiful. Or the next person will be beautiful. You are not. So we are in a relationship with time. So no jumping to the past or to the future. My present is beautiful. Next. Forgive her. Very nice. What else? Hanji? Yes, very nice. I have to send her blessing. So that's all that I need from you. Give me the blessing that I should send her. Absolutely, I have to send her blessings. And blessings means my every thought about her, my every word about her. You know, when we have an issue about people, we're not only thinking about them, we're talking about them. So now what happens? I'm not happy with her behavior. I start thinking wrong, and then whatever is on my mind, I start going and talking to. And when I start going and talking to other people, then I have taken the conflict to another level altogether. The safest thing, that's why it's in steps that you have to protect yourself. Even if there's a conflict inside, don't go and talk to people about it. Because once I start talking to another person, she's like this, she's like this, she's like this. Now, not only my mind is impure, now I've taken that and put it on. It's like the prasad we give everybody. आप भी थोड़ा सा ले लो, आप भी थोड़ा सा ले लो, आप भी मेरे पास है तो I'll go and give it to everyone. We talk to so many people about people. And that will only entangle the conflict, because now the vibrations are not only on my mind, now the vibrations are also on their mind, and the best part is they will not keep it to themselves. Intention may be very pure. So even if I have a problem with my spouse and I go and talk to my mother, then my mother will not keep it to herself. Out of love and a pure intention to care, she will first go and talk to my father, then she will go and talk to my sibling, and then everyone will sit and talk together. And everyone creates one thought. There's a problem in their relationship. And then you know what? Everyone sends that blessing. Everyone sends that blessing. Unki aapas mein ban nahi rahi hai. There is a problem in that relationship. Now try however hard to make that relationship work. You have so many people sending you the blessing. There is a problem in this relationship. There's a problem in this relationship. So be very careful who you go and talk to. We should go and talk about our issues only to those people who are able to create the highest vibration thought for our low vibration situation. Because what they will do with that highest vibration thought is, they will raise that highest vibration thought, radiate it to me, I will raise my vibration thought, and then I will radiate it to the relationship, and then I will resolve that relationship. But if I just go and talk random to family and friends, and then they are concerned and they start talking to each other, very soon it's like an echo, it goes. And then the problem doesn't remain what the problem was, because we have created so many thoughts about it. This happens about relationship. This happens about people's health. Go and tell 5 people that you're not feeling well today. Just go and tell them, you know what, I'm not feeling very well today. And then they will bless you. Oh, you're not feeling well today. Then they will go and tell 5 more people, don't trouble her today, she's not feeling well today. And those 5 people, out of love and respect, will create a thought, oh, take care of her, she's not feeling well today. And within 5 minutes, I will have 100 thoughts which say to me, I am not feeling well today. It's very risky, so I don't tell people I'm not feeling well today. Because energy manifests. No, it gets multiplied. We are not seeing the power of the thought. People go to the hospital, they meet people who are not well, they say to them, take care, I'm sure you'll be fine very soon. But what do they think inside? Such a young age, this is what has happened to them. Who will take care of their business? Who will take care of their children? These are very low vibration thoughts that they gift us and they go away. Not because intentions are questionable, it's just that they don't know that their low vibration thoughts impact our healing. Impact our healing. So you have to be very, very careful. Nowadays we've got into our habit of sharing our problems with everybody. Sharing our problem will never solve the problem. But sharing a problem can definitely escalate a problem. Because sharing the problem means everybody creating a thought about the problem, and everyone's thought is going to be based on their sanskar. So out of a pure intention, you go and share something with your parent, but your parent is a parent who worries too much, suppose. Then the parent is going to create more low vibration thoughts than your actual problem. Because their sanskar is to worry. If you go and share it with a friend who has a sanskar to criticize, then they will criticize about that problem. So what people are going to think about what we share with them is going to be based on their sanskar, their perception. So if you want to share a problem, you will need to share it with someone who's going to create a high vibration thought about that problem. But you know where that person lives? Do you know where that person lives who can create that high vibration thought about your problem? Here. So even if you're not feeling well, even if your relationship has an issue, even if everyone around you is saying there is an issue, you start saying to the world, everything is perfect. Just say it. Just say it even if it's not the truth, and make everyone else believe and say it. Everything is perfect, everything is perfect, everything is perfect, everything is perfect. 1,000 thoughts will reach to you, everything is perfect, and you will shift towards perfection. That's the power of the human mind. But if I have this much of a problem and I go and tell everybody problem, and everyone says problem, badi problem, both problem, badi problem, the problem will go from here to here. So take care. Take care of the energies you create and take care of the energies you invite into your life. Because not everyone will be able to create a high vibration thought about your issue. But we sit very casually and talk about our life to people. You can casually sit and tell a person, oh, you know what, my business is going through this and this and this, and the last 6 months have not been very good. Whatever efforts I make, there seems to be no result. I thought I was just talking and sharing. Finished. I've planted the seed there for them to think about it. And then I go back next day and I start working hard, but I don't realize that 10 people have started sending me a thought, their business is not doing well, their business is not doing well. Why do I want to invite these energies into my life? Where's the solution? So first, I raise my thought. If I raise my thought, I raise my vocabulary. If I raise my vocabulary, what I convey about my issue to other people changes. And when I convey a high vibration to them, they will create a high vibration thought. Then they will create a high vibration word. And very, very soon, all of us will be blessing that situation. What is the meaning of blessing something? Everyone needs to create. Everyone needs to create. And that's why on all our important occasions of life, why do we invite people home? A wedding, you invite people home. A new house, we invite people home. A baby born in the family, we invite people home. Why do we need to invite people home? It's my special moment. Why do I need to call so many people? The reason is everyone will come. Everyone will come, and then we will create a collective energy of blessings. And there on that baby is receiving the high collective energy of blessings, the consciousness of the baby will rise. But then that doesn't have to be done only on special days. That doesn't have to be done only on special days. It should be a way of living. It should be a way of living, that we create collective high vibrations for every situation in our life. But now, I can't go and tell people to create high vibrations for me. Sometimes we go and tell people, please bless me. No, we don't need to go and tell people to bless us. Who needs to bless me first? Who needs to bless me first? Me, myself. People's blessings will not work on me if I don't first bless myself. So the first blessing has to start with me. What is the role of people's blessings? People's blessings radiate to my mind. They raise my vibration, and then I influence my work. Suppose you have some important task tomorrow. You go to somebody and you say, this is my very important assignment today, please bless me. Okay, we go for blessings, not to parents, grandparents, saints. We go to them for blessings. So they give us a blessing. Everything will be perfect. And then we go and do the work. And everything turns out to be perfect that day. And we say, unki blessing se kaam ho gaya. Which means they blessed us and everything manifested. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. we ignore our part in that. When somebody blesses me, everything will be perfect. Their high vibration cannot bring success in my work. Their high vibration raises the vibration of my mind, and then I go and do my karma and bring success in the work. So do not ignore your role in the success or failure, whatever we manifest. Or sometimes people say, I was leaving for that work, they said something and things didn't work out today. And then very conveniently we blame them कि जाते जाते मुझे टोक दिया, मेरा काम आज बिगड़ गया. Because we don't see our role. So whatever good happens in my life, also because of them. Whatever doesn't happen good in my life, also because of them. And if I don't find somebody here, then I say it's because of everybody else except for me. So we are not taking the personal responsibility. So what is blessings doing? Blessings raises my consciousness. And then my consciousness influences what I'm going to do. So take care of what you talk about your life to people. So which means even if nothing is perfect, tell the world, my life is. Even just talking high energy words will change my life. The more we keep saying, nothing is going right, nothing is happening right, कुछ भी ठीक नहीं हो रहा है. The more we are going to say that, the more reality will become that way, because I'm creating conflict here. The seed is getting weak because I'm creating the wrong thoughts. And if the seed is weak, the tree cannot be healthy. So we do not need to make effort on the tree, just let's start taking care of the tree. What we think about ourselves first and foremost. Some of us don't think very nicely about our own self. We like to find faults in ourselves. We like to criticize ourselves. We doubt ourselves. We have to remember, we have to live with ourselves 24/7. It's easy to handle other people's criticism because it's once in a while. But if I start criticizing myself, then to live with myself will become very, very difficult. So the first relationship we have is with ourselves. So just choose if there is any negative thought that you are saying about yourself. Can anyone think of a negative thought about themselves? Anyone can think of a negative thought that we create about ourselves? It's very, very often, the vocabulary, and we think this is humility, saying negative about ourselves. Think, any negative thought about ourselves? Hanji? I'm ugly, no. I'm stressed, huh? Or? I can't do it. What else? Yeah, very good. I can't do it. Very often repeated thought. Anything else? I'm not well. That's about my body. First about myself here. About myself, my nature. I can't do it. Hanji, second. I can't do it. 1 second. Hanji? It's my fault, huh? 2, 3. Hanji? हाँ he say दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा, my brain is not working. Very risky thought, no? If we say it. Can you imagine the result of this thought? You know what is happening? Over a period of time, certain words become our vocabulary. And then, बिना बात के we are saying those lines. Take care of those lines which are being said very often. That's a blessing. So आज से हम नहीं कहेंगे दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा. हम क्या कहेंगे उसकी जगह? क्या कहेंगे उसकी जगह? चेंज भी तो करना है ना उसको. So what will I change the line to? My brain is not, even saying it sounds so. So my brain is not working. Shifts to? We have to shift the thought. It's like we're teaching a child not to say like this, speak like this. The child will again go back to its old language, again change. Any other thing about the self? I'm depressed. Never, ever, ever say this line. We've picked up the vocabulary from somewhere. That's why it's very important where we are picking up things from. इसी को कहते हैं संग का रंग, getting colored by the company we keep. Why spirituality also we don't do on an individual level? We go where everyone is studying together because Sangha ka rang. So what happens when everyone is practicing spiritual principles and meditation together? You suddenly go with people who are talking very high vocabulary. And when they start talking high vocabulary and you just be with them for a few months, very soon you start seeing your vocabulary has changed. And when your vocabulary changes, your life changes. Your life changes. That's why we need to take care of who are our friends, which means who are the people we spend a lot of time with, because their vocabulary becomes our vocabulary. Any other line about the self? Very good. ये मेरे बस की बात ही नहीं है. I cannot do this. Anything else? हाँ जी? Very important. I am unlucky. Can you see the power of this line? Can you see the power of this line? Can you see it? Now change the line. Sirf lucky. I am very lucky. Or use the power of the mind, create the highest thought. I am blessed. Very good. What happened was somewhere in childhood somebody taught us that if we say nice things about ourselves, it's ego. So we thought humility means मंदिर में गए, भगवान के आगे खड़ा हुआ और कहा मैं नीच हूँ, मैं पापी हूँ, मैं कपटी हूँ, मैं छल, और कहते कहते क्या हो गया? बन गए. Humility does not mean self-criticism. Humility means high self-respect. So I am unlucky. Line is out. Any other line? अपने लिए? अपने लिए? Now, from tomorrow onwards, will you be able to check your lines like this? Yes? Will you be able to check your lines like this? This is a very interesting game. Check your lines, check the lines which people at home are saying. And immediately unko wahi roko. Bolo, not like this. Like, sometimes people in a very, very contemplative mood, they just start talking at home and they say, एक दिन अगर मैं चला गया, मैं नहीं रहा, तो घर के लोग क्या कहते हैं? बोलना भी नहीं है ऐसा. Which means not to create such vibrations also. Do not allow people to talk a low vocabulary. So we immediately stop them. And the other person says, but it's a reality, it's going to happen. You say, no, you're not to talk like this. Because we know, every soul knows what is the power of vibrations. We're only not using it enough. So can we check from tomorrow when we talk lines like this? I'm unlucky. Change. मेरा दिमाग change. सिर्फ मेरा नहीं, दूसरे को भी नहीं बोलना तुम्हारा दिमाग खराब हो गया है. Change. Yes, this is vocabulary, this is vibration, this is my thoughts. This is where I'm shifting from conflict with people, with things, with time, and shifting to harmony because I'm changing here. गांठ यहाँ खोलनी है. बाकी सब कुछ अपने आप हो जाएगा. Any other thought about the self? हाँ जी? हाँ जी. समय ठीक नहीं चल रहा. Time is not in my favor. Keep saying that to time and time will make it happen for you. Now, simple to change vocabulary? Simple? Everyone will be able to change it? Yes? Sure? Remembering that agar galti se bhi bol diya. In the Mahabharata, there's a very beautiful scene where when the 5 Pandavas bring Draupadi home for the first time, and their mother's back is towards them, and they just come and say, see what we have brought. And she says, whatever you've got, share it. Because she used to always teach them that whatever they have got, they have to share it. So she didn't turn back. She didn't turn back, and she just said, whatever you've got, share it. And then when she looks back, and then she says, what did I say? And then she says, undo, this cannot be done. And then Yudhishthir says, once the word has been spoken, it cannot be undone. So which means, these are metaphors to teach us that every word, every thought, we should be careful because we have sent out the energy into the world. And we will not be able to undo that energy. But we can undo that energy by doing what? Sending down 100 more positive thoughts after that one negative thought. Then we finish. So if you find yourself creating that other low vibration thought, quickly shift to what you are thinking and saying about yourself, to what you are thinking and saying about people around you. Remembering that what they are doing right now is not going to create the relationship, how you are going to think about them and how you are going to talk about them. Because energy multiplies. So how I think about them and how I talk about them will finally manifest, and that's what reality will be. Now, my thoughts also about objects. I have a relationship even with objects around me. I have a relationship with time. How do I speak about time? Many of us today say, I'm very busy, I don't have time. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time for my family. I don't have time for what I want to do. I don't even have time to die. मेरे पास मरने की भी फुर्सत नहीं है. अब ये कहाँ से vocabulary उठाई? Somebody must have said it somewhere. And we said, ये बड़ी interesting line है. मेरे पास मरने के लिए भी time नहीं है. Sounds very interesting. And I started saying it. And very soon that became a part of my vocabulary. And that started affecting my relationship with time, which means I have no time for myself. I never will. I don't have time for my family. What's the energy that I'm radiating to my family? I don't have time for all the nice things I want to do. Then where is my time going? And the more we said it, the busier we are getting. The busier we are getting. Now experiment. This is all an experiment, but result is 100% certain. Change the line. Change the line. And what's the line going to be? I have. I have. I have. Very good. Time hai. See? Look at the difference between the vibrations of two lines. मरने की भी फुर्सत नहीं, time ही time है. Choose which destiny you want. Choose which destiny you want. Thoughts manifest, words create the world. Relationships are created by how we think. So relationship with myself, relationship with my body. This is in my genes. My family has this illness. So obviously, send a message to your body and manifest it. Everybody else also around us keeps saying that. Don't eat this. Everybody in your family has diabetes. आपको भी हो जाएगा. तथास्तु. तथास्तु होता है. This is blessings. We keep saying this to people again and again. Tell a person, don't take this. This is not healthy for you. Fine. But don't say, आपको भी हो जाएगा ये. No. Aware that what I am saying is a vibration that I am radiating. So what I'm going to speak about my body, about my health, about my body in terms of how it looks and about my body in terms of its health. Love yourself. Second, love your body. We don't need the world to say nice things about us. We need to appreciate and be grateful to this body. But if I keep finding faults with it, if I keep going to a doctor and saying, "Mera kaan bhi theek kar do, mera naak bhi theek kar do, mera dant bhi theek kar do," I am rejecting my body. I am saying nothing is nice about me. This is a very deep, 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 deep thought. I am not, like we say, accepting people. First thing I need to accept my body. Beauty is not in about every part of my body being perfect. Beauty is in my every thought about my body being perfect. It's about how I think about it. That's the vibration I radiate to the world, and that's how the world will perceive me. Experiment any day. If there is a stain on your dress, and you were about to walk into a party and now your dress is stained, two ways. One, you keep thinking, ye daag sabko dikhne wala hai. Everybody is going to see this stain. I have to hide it. Nobody should see it. The more you think of it, the more it's in your energy field, the more you will radiate it, and the more everybody will see it. Just walk into the party one day without thinking about that stain. 100%. Nobody will even look at it. Because it's the vibration you radiate which gets them to look at it. So walk into a party being happy with yourself. If you walk into meeting people questioning how you look, then that's what people are going to say about us. And then when they say about us, then I'm not happy even more about myself, and then it becomes a vicious cycle. So let's not reject our body. Reject our body about how it looks, and reject our body about how it feels. Even if there's something not right about my health, I need to be grateful, send beautiful vibrations, and heal that body. If I keep criticizing my body, मेरा तो कुछ ना कुछ दर्द होता ही रहता है. कुछ भी ठीक नहीं चलता. आज ये दर्द होता है, कल वो दर्द होता है. कुछ ना कुछ चलता ही रहता है. तो कुछ ना कुछ चलता ही रहेगा. Because I'm rejecting it. Appreciate, accept, be grateful, and bless the body. And then see how the body works for you. It's a relationship. So relationship with myself, relationship with body, obviously relationship with people, relationship with time, relationship with nature, Prakriti. Today everybody, the whole world is talking about climate. Start creating your personal relationship with nature. We may not have the power to change the climate of the planet, but we have the power to how we treat resources, and the way we treat them is how they will be with us. And if each one starts creating a beautiful relationship with the resources we have, the world will start taken care of. The solution cannot be at the global level. The solution will have to be at the personal level. At the personal level, start creating a beautiful relationship with nature. Do not look out of the window and say, "What horrible weather." You've rejected it. Do not look at it and say, "What a depressive weather." Rejected it. Be careful. We can either reject, or we can appreciate, accept, grateful, and bless. So relationship with nature. And last, relationship with matter. Objects. Objects. How you treat your objects. How you think about them. If I start looking at this clock, this is my alarm clock every day, and I say, "Bekar ghadi hai. Bekar ghadi hai. बेकार घड़ी है, कुछ भी ठीक नहीं चलता इस घड़ी के अंदर." Let me do it for about a month and then see what will happen to this. But we say it so casually about so many things we have. Everything is getting affected by our vibrations. So only 4 things for everything: accept, appreciate, gratitude, and bless. because we've been blessed by so much, but we do not accept, appreciate, grateful and bless, because we start finding, and then we're never contented in life. In spite of having everything, there's one thing that we don't have, is contentment, because we find something to find fault in everything, whether it's people, my body, my mind, nature, time, or objects. I can always find fault in everything. But when I start finding faults with it, then my relationship goes there, my vibration goes lower. The lower my vibration, the lower my reality. So the power lies here. So all that we need to do is start taking care of how we think. The world will be taken care of. And which means start watering the seed. Now how to start watering the seed? Which means how do I make sure that my every thought is always a high vibration thought? Which means you can reach a stage where your every thought and word will be a blessing. Will be a blessing. No ordinary conversations. Every thought and word will be a blessing. Not taken care of. Many of us have started using very low vocabulary. Many of us have even started using abusive vocabulary. And if you're using any abusive language, delete it today, because it's not a language, it's your destiny. It's your destiny. We pick it up from somewhere, whether it's from media, whether it's from friends, and we start using those words. Those words are not our words. Those words are creating our world. So do not ever use abusive language. So what is happening is we are going lower and lower and lower in our thinking and vocabulary. Now we're going to shift to higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. What was the beauty of the way saints used to speak? Every word would be powerful, pure, and a blessing. And destiny of the other person would change. And then people would travel from all over the world just to meet them, get that one line from them, and their life will change. Can we not do that? Can we not do that? Yes, we can. Just by making sure that my every line, you will reach a stage where whatever you say will manifest. You say it and it will become a reality. Because your thought, your seed will become very powerful. Seed will become very powerful. आप बोलेंगे और हो जाएगा. And if you see around you, you will meet people who have reached that stage. वो जो बोलते हैं वो हो जाता है. देखा है कभी ऐसा कोई? बोलते हैं और हो जाता है. और फिर हम उनको बोलते हैं ज़रा आप ध्यान से बोलना क्योंकि आप जो बोलते हो ना वो हो जाता है. Because power, because experimenting with that. But this power is not with few people. This power is with each one of us. Each one of us. It's only up to us how much we are using our own power. So we are now going to start watering the seed. So to water the seed, take care of your Sangha ka rang, environmental influence. And environment today is media. Environment today is social media. And environment today is people around us. So whatever we consume, what we take in from media, from social media, and from people around us needs to be pure. When people are talking negative about other people, withdraw from conversations. Just withdraw. Do not fill yourself by other people's junk information. People will speak whatever is there on their mind. We pollute our mind by just listening to it and going, like this. And then we call it harmless gossip. Gossip is toxic. It's not harmless. It's toxic. Because when I'm listening to something that's negative, I am polluting my mind. My thoughts and my words are lowering in their vibration. My destiny will change. It's no more about the other person who I'm listening about. So make it a firm practice that we will not engage into. Otherwise, 5 people are sitting together, one gets up, the remaining 4 are talking about that one person. If someone talks negative to you about another person and another person and another person, be rest assured you get up and you're the next person they're going to talk about. Because that has become their sanskar to talk like that. And we are not going to consume all that conversation into us. Socializing is not about engaging into these kind of conversations. Socializing should empower our vibrations, not lower our vibrations. So 1, we will not speak ill about people. And 2, we will not listen to negative about people. Because what people are talking about other people is only their perception about other people. If I go up to her and say she's a horrible person, it's not about her, it's about my perception which says she's a horrible person. But you will pollute your mind listening to me. You'll pollute your mind listening to my perceptions. And like this in the day, you're going to listen to so many people. So media is one source of information, social media is another source of information, but very powerful source of information is people around us. And we need to protect from all 3, because all these 3 informations that are going in influence our thoughts, feelings, words, and finally our destiny. So have the power to say no. Have the power to just withdraw and walk out of a negative conversation. And definitely not sit there and go, Hanji, Hanji. Because the more, if you nod your head, the story is going to get longer. You nod your head and the story which was supposed to finish in 5 lines will go to 10 lines. Because anyone who's talking only needs the listener to go. So at least stare at them and convey to them, I'm not interested in listening to what you are saying. They will stop. But the listener seems to be more interested than the one who is speaking. If somebody comes and shares points of spiritual gyan, people say, Jaldi kare, time nahi hai. Hurry up, finish it quickly. When we write messages for social media, people say, please post smaller messages. We don't have time to read such long ones. But if people had to write junk information, people will just go reading and reading and reading and listening and listening. It's all about our taste that has got created. Because we prefer tasty food rather than healthy food. Now all that we're going to do is shift from tasty food to healthy food. Healthy food. And a few days of healthy food and your mind will just not go towards the other junk information. It just will not. So to able to create high vibrations, protect yourself from low vibration information of the world. And which means the world news, which means cinema, which means songs, which means comedy, which means TV shows, everything. Everything. Consume only that which is going to elevate you. Don't consume that which will, because that's not only what we are consuming, then that's also what the children of today are consuming. So take care. I was talking to a CEO of, I'm not going to give the name of the company, of someone who makes all these TV shows and movies online. And I said, who's your competitor? Because they're doing very well in the world. I said, who's your competitor? They said, sleep. People go off to sleep and shut us off. Take care. Take care. They are making business out of affecting our minds. We cannot stop them. We can take care how much we are getting hooked to all this and just go on and on and on. One episode, next, second episode, third. It was fine when it was coming on TV. You could watch only one episode a day, but now when it's online, we are addicted. So what's going to happen to the mind? What's going to happen? From where is it going to create high vibration thoughts? So take care. People will serve you on the platter. You need to choose what is healthy for you. Don't blame the world. We are the creators of our world. The world does not write our destiny. We choose, create, and write our destiny. So be there, entertain yourself, but choose that your entertainment empowers you. Otherwise, entertainment can become the biggest source of disempowerment. So entertainment was supposed to make us lighter and happy, not deplete our energy. So information from media, information from social media. Every click is giving information. We're believing that the world is a very happy place just because we read other people's posts. And somewhere we started being unhappy about our life because then we were comparing our life with everything that was happening on social media. Very easy way to create low self-esteem. Very, very easy way to create low self-esteem. What is posted on social media is not the truth. We know it and yet we get hooked to it. I have met couples who come and they're talking about divorce, and next you go on social media and you think nobody is more happier than them in the world. And I check and I say, weren't the same people there this morning talking about they didn't want to live together? But what they post over there is not the truth. But the rest of the people look at their pictures and say, how lucky my friend is to have a husband like this, and start being unhappy about their life. When you create such a thought, you're sending a rejection to your spouse. You just create a thought, this person is happier than me, and you've created a rejection to people around you and your life. So even comparing your life with other people is sending a rejection to your own destiny. And we're not even aware it's happening so very fast. So take care of what we consume. Take care of what you read, watch, listen. Take care of what you forward to other people. Somebody creates a post, the rest of us just forward it. If we stopped forwarding it, people creating it would stop. So more than the karma of the one who created it is the karma of the people who are forwarding it. And when you forward it, please remember, I am influencing the destiny of this other person. Now send. Send what you want to send to your family and friends. What do you want them to become? Send that. But in the name of comedy, in the name of time pass, if we send things and tomorrow you say, why have my children become like this? Then remember all that we sent them. All the messages and the jokes we forwarded them. We need to take care. So spiritual principles means 1 hour every morning of very empowering information. Study. Study about peace, love, and happiness. I cannot become peaceful, loveful, and happy unless I put content inside myself, which is full of unity and compassion and empathy and God's love and God's power and God's blessings. Unless it goes inside me, unless I fill content in myself of which every line is a blessing. When I fill blessings into myself in terms of information, then what I will create will be only a blessing. Because that's the vocabulary that's gone in. That's the vocabulary that will get created. That's the vocabulary I will inspire others. Tomorrow they will create the same vocabulary. So an hour in the morning. First, love yourself by not using your phone for the first 1 hour in the morning. Now everyone's going to look at their spouse and say, tomorrow, it's not about the other person. First say it to yourself. We know we are very concerned about the other person, but we can't change people. We will start doing it. Do not ask people to change. Just do it around them. Just do it and show the change in your life. They will do it themselves. They will do it. It's like one person wakes up in the house. You don't need to go and wake up everybody else. They get angry with you if you wake them up. Just take care that they don't put you back to sleep. सो जाया इतनी जल्दी क्यों उठे सुबह संडे इतनी जल्दी कौन उठता है? So they put us back to sleep. Same thing happens with spiritual life. One person has to wake up in the family. One person has to change the way of their thinking and being and living and just be that. And the one who's awake starts making noise. And then other people just cannot sleep. तो फिर वो लोग क्या कहते हैं? खुद भी नहीं सोते, मुझे भी नहीं सोने देते. That's achievement. That's where you've achieved. That you are also awakening, and because of you, everyone else also starts to wake up. So first hour in the morning is not to consume information of the world. It's the time to water the seed. It's the time to water the seed. So at the Brahma Kumaris, what we do is, today the centers are 9,000 centers in 120 countries. Millions of people working, taking care of family, out for almost 18 hours a day, but have committed 1 hour every morning for themselves. Remaining 23 hours are for the world, but 1 hour is for the self. And in that 1 hour, we go to the center where everyone is together. And together first study, and study means study the knowledge received from God, study every line which will change our thought process, and meditate 1 hour. And that 1 hour is 6:30 to 7:30, or it's 7 to 8, depending on the center in the city. After that, you have tuned your thoughts to being at a high frequency. It's the settings that take place in the morning. The rest of the day, it starts playing at that vibration. So first hour of the morning and last hour of the night are very important. Very, very important. At that time, we cannot consume anything which is a low vibration. First hour of the morning impacts the day. Last hour of the evening impacts the sleep. Many of us are not sleeping well. We're sleeping 6-7 hours, but we're not sleeping well because we're thinking too much during the day and we're so tired we just fall off to sleep, but the mind continues to think those low vibration thoughts. Creating low vibration thoughts during sleep is even more damaging than creating low vibration thoughts during the day. So take care of what is your last thought before going to sleep. If before going to sleep you say, ye dukh raha hai, wo dukh raha hai, wo dukh raha hai, and go off to sleep, subah wo zyada dukh raha hoga. Because 6 hours that low vibration thought works on the body. So never create any negative thought for anything or anyone just before going to sleep. Because during those 6 hours, that thought goes into the subconscious, becomes very, very deep. And that's why we were always taught that even if there's an argument, even if there is a fight, don't sleep with the fight. बोला गया था ना? बताया था ना बड़ों ने हमारे को. आजकल तो हम कितने कितने दिन सो जाते हैं उस लड़झड़ के बाद. No. Do not go to sleep with the fight because then it gets deeper. Resolve the issue. So issue is not necessary with people. Issue is also here. Resolve every issue before going to sleep. So Raj Yoga is not a meditation of a few minutes or few hours. Raj Yoga is a meditative lifestyle. It works on the complete lifestyle. So 1 hour in the morning, then taking care during the day that I'm creating those thoughts which I prepared in the morning. So whatever we study, then we take care that we implement it. So what we watch, read, listen, and second thing, what we eat and drink has a direct effect on the mind. What we eat influences the mind. Jaisa ann, वैसा बताइए एक बार मन. Have we ever thought about it that the line is not jaisa ann vaisa tan because we thought we were eating for the body health. The line is not jaisa ann vaisa tan. The line is jaisa ann vaisa man, or jaisa pani वैसी वाणी. So now we are clear कैसा अन्न खाना है और कैसा पानी पीना है. तो कड़वा पानी तो नहीं पीना चाहिए. नहीं पीना चाहिए ना. कड़वा पानी पिएंगे तो वाणी भी कैसे हो जाएगी, फिर कड़वी हो जाएगी. अन्न कैसा खाना चाहिए? अन्न कैसा खाना चाहिए? सात्विक अन्न. सात्विक अन्न. हाँ जी. Food which has a vibration. Anyone still wants to think about it, just go online and search for a video of a slaughterhouse and just see what an animal goes through, the emotions over a period of days while they are there. And then just look at what that animal is going through, what are the emotions it is creating, what are the hormones that are getting secreted in the body, anger, fear, resentment, helplessness, hatred, hurt, violence, death. And it comes on my platter and I say taste and health. is a question mark. It's a question mark. Jaisa anna, vaisa man. So it's not just about proteins, carbohydrates, minerals. It's about what's the vibration of the food. So if I want peace, love, happiness, then my food should have the vibrations of peace, love, happiness. I cannot want to be peace, love, and happiness, and I consume food which has pain, anger, hatred, resentment, fear, and helplessness. It will not happen. Effort ज़्यादा, result come. Result come. So experiment. Shift. Shift from eating for taste to eating for happiness and health. Food is not meant for taste. Food is meant for emotional and physical nutrition, and then make sattvic food very tasty. But if I keep consuming tamasic food, then how will I raise my vibrations? Because tamasic food has low vibration. That's why it's called tamasic. So sattvic means highest vibration, then rajasic, then tamasic. Now sattvic food is not just vibrations of vegetarianism, but vibrations of the state of mind of the person cooking the food. So one is the person who earns the money for the family should earn money with high vibrations, because that money is used to buy the food. So the first thing starts with the way we earn money. It should not have any vibrations of discontentment or pain there. And then food is bought with that money. Now the food needs to be cooked in a very pure state of mind. What has happened in the last few years is many of us are not cooking. We are a generation which grew up with our mothers cooking for us. 3 times a day we were getting food cooked with love, purity and blessings. Today we are just ordering food, or somebody else is cooking for us who's paid. It's not going to be the same energy. It's not going to be the same energy. So if you want to have a happy, happy, happy and healthy family, let's start being in the kitchen a little more. Let's start being in the kitchen a little more. So now for all the wives who looked at their husbands to say, don't switch off the phone in the morning, now it's time for the husbands to look at the wife and say, start going into the kitchen from tomorrow. Together we are going to do something which is going to change the destiny of our family and of the world. Just start going into the kitchen for 30 minutes. Even if somebody else is cooking for you, just stand there. Just stand there even if you're not cooking. Just be there while the cooking is happening, and you radiate your blessings and purity and power for your entire family. In your kitchen, you can play high energy songs throughout the day. Bhajan, Bhagwan ki yaad ki geet, prayer, mantra, bhajan. Let it play in the kitchen 24 hours. See what will happen to the food. See what will happen. Because every word will go into the food, into the water, into the fruit, everything. 24 hours, your kitchen will become like a mandir. And then the food you eat will become prasad. The water you drink will become amrit. Simple. Raise the vibration of everything we consume, then everything we create will be a high vibration, and everything we manifest will be a high vibration. But it has to begin with consume, create, manifest. And while having your food, again a principle and a culture for the house, no phone, no television. It's 10 minutes, meal time. It's nourishment time. It's nourishment time. It's not the time to just have food while doing what we are doing. Consuming your meal is writing your destiny, so do it carefully. You can't be talking business on the phone and having your meal. Can't be doing a business meeting and having your meal. Cannot be watching television and having a meal. 10 minutes of meal, rest of the time for everything else. And just before your meal, we were taught, connect to God, pray, gratitude, energize your food, now consume. We were taught everything. How many of us are praying 3 times a day before a meal today? See? 10 hands out of 1,000. Now, if we take a decision tomorrow, it will be 1,000 out of 1,000. because it's there here. We've just not been doing it, and we'll just start doing it. 10 seconds before starting a meal, only 10 seconds. Pause, connect to God, radiate that blessings, and put in your intention there. I'm a peaceful, loveful, happy being. Put it there. My body is perfect, healthy. My relationships are beautiful. Energize your food. Raise the vibration of the food, raise the vibration of the mind, change your destiny. It's very, very, everything is very, very simple. Do not allow your mind to say any word which is a lower vibration. So ready to change your destiny? Yes? Ready to change your vocabulary? Yes? Ready to take out that 1 hour? You have to water the seed. Have to water the seed. 23 hours for the tree will work perfect if you take out that 1 hour to water the seed. But if I tell myself I don't have that 1 hour, then my 24 hours are spent in the struggle to water the tree. Charge the phone, use it throughout the day. Fuel your car, use it throughout the day. Charge your iPad, use it throughout the day. But anyone who says, I don't have the time to charge it, I don't have the time to fuel it, will only struggle through the day. And at any point of time, it can just shut down. Because we don't know that the battery here is at 100, 90, 80, 50, 40 or 10. We don't know. So at any point of time, I can tip off to a depression, a breakdown, a nervous breakdown, a burnout. I don't know because I don't know where my battery stands right now. So I need to charge that battery daily. I need to charge it daily. So promise yourself that 1 hour. Ready? करेंगे? And आज से vocabulary को check करेंगे. न खुद बोलेंगे और न किसी को बोलने भी नहीं देंगे. उनको रोकेंगे. बोलो ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा बोलते, ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा बोलते. Very soon you will change the vocabulary of your children and your family, and which means changing our thoughts. Okay, ji. Sit back. Let's meditate and prepare ourselves. As Sister Manda shared with us in the beginning, that has everyone received this leaflet when you were coming in? Yes. And I have not seen it. Okay, I can't read this. It's not in English. It has the details of when the Raj Yoga meditation course is going to be held. It will be an hour for 3 days. The date and time is given there. Let's commit that 1 hour to ourselves. 1 hour for 3 days, that's all. To understand myself, to know God, to connect to God, and to master the art of creating those high vibrations always. So when you leave, you will have this leaflet with you, and you will have the dates and the time. And Sister Manda has come all the way from London and is going to spend the next 10 days in our city. She takes care of a very beautiful retreat center of the Brahma Kumaris, which is Oxford. She travels all over the world to share the art of Raj Yoga meditation with people of all religions and nationalities. And really, it's our fortune that she has chosen to spend a week here so that all of us who have started the journey today, we're not going to keep it as a 2-hour program, but we're going to make it our reality. So do you want Sister Manda to be here for those 3 days? Yes? And how many of you commit that you will be there here for that 1 hour for those 3 days? Yes? Everyone? If we don't see enough hands, she's going back to Oxford. When someone comes to our country, to our city, they've taken out time to share what they know has benefited the world. Let's promise ourselves that fortune, that now I will learn how to do this. So the leaflet has the date, time, and the address of the center. Sit back, sit straight, comfortable. Breathe in and out 3 times. Inhale, exhale 3 times, relax your body. We will prepare our mind for creating the highest thought. And tonight, before going to sleep, we will revise that thought. Tomorrow morning, it will be our first thought. And then tomorrow again, during the day, every hour, take a minute pause, repeat that thought, and consciously shift the inner vocabulary, removing the blockages and cleansing the energy that flows from the seed to the tree. I am that seed. I, the being, the master of this body. This body is mine. Relationships are mine. Achievements are mine. Possessions are mine. Everything is mine. It's my tree. I am the creator of this tree. I'm responsible for the quality of my tree. I am a divine being. I am a divine being. Divinity is my personality. It's my nature. My every thought is a blessing. My every word is a blessing. I bless myself. I bless my body. I bless people. I bless nature. I bless objects. I am in harmony with everyone and everything. I radiate pure vibrations. I am a divine being. I create my destiny. God's unconditional love, God's unlimited blessings nourish me, nurture me, strengthen the seed. And then I, the seed, strengthen my tree. Everything I watch, I read, I listen, is pure, high vibration content. My 60 minutes every morning is for myself, to nurture the seed. It's a personal commitment with a determination that this is my first priority. 60 minutes for myself daily. Everything I eat, I drink is pure, sattvic, high vibration nutrition. It nourishes the seed. I am a divine being. My food is prasad. My water is amrit. I am a divine being. My blessings change the world. My vibrations create a beautiful world, the world I want to see. I carry a white, pure, powerful aura. Visualize a white circle of energy around you. The highest vibration aura. This is my energy field. It walks with me. It radiates into the world. I am a divine being. My every thought is divine. My every word is pure. The next 15 minutes is my time as I drive home in silence. Next 15 minutes in silence, checking my thoughts, checking my vocabulary, making the changes before I connect with the world, creating the shift within. Next 15 minutes in silence. We will walk and drive in silence so that everything we've consumed doesn't remain at the conscious but goes down deeper into the subconscious layer of the mind. Just 15 minutes silence time. Silence is power. And as we walk out as angels' light, we will get our prasad in silence and the blessing card. We will not get up together. We will start moving only as we are told. It will take less than 5 minutes. The first three rows will start moving out in silence. First 3 rows and last 3 rows. Absolute stillness. Walking angels, radiating peace, love, and happiness to the world. Even as we walk out, we are radiating our energies to the world. Next 3 rows. Next 3 rows. Next 3 rows. In silence, we will move out. Next 3 rows.